We got the bottles all cleaned out. It's 100% cotton string. Just got this from Michaels. And got some lamp oil, some ultra pure. It's going to need some scissors and a pair of pliers, some needle nose pliers, a nail to puncture the hole. Well, I'll show you that, but a thumbtack for the vent. I just used my Leatherman here. All right. I'm just taking this ring off here. Use the nail to pull this little seal out. Let's see if I can get this. All right. All right, so now I'm just taking the nail. I'm going to find the center of this cap and just push the nail through the front there. All right, so we want to drive the nail from the inside of the cap out, and that'll leave a little burr that'll prevent the wick from going back through. I got this little pin cap. I'm going to concave the lid. That'll hold any oil in, and now I'm just pushing a push pin through the top to create a vent hole like that. All right, so I'm going to cut 4 12-inch pieces of string for the wicks. We'll double them up. Work them through the hole here. And we'll trim that extra off. All right, now I'm going to take some of this clean burning lamp oil and put it in the bottle. Just need to fill it up right to the shoulder there, right to the beginning of the shoulder. It's about 1.2 ounces or so. Okay, we'll drop the wick in and just kind of twist the bottle as you're doing this. Or twist the wick, twist the bottle, and it'll drop down in there. You can see, you can tap it, and it'll go down in there. Just tip the bottle to get the wick wet. And we'll trim this extra. That's way too long, so we'll trim it right above the burrs there, just with the scissors. And you can adjust it by cutting it down or pulling it up if you need to, but that'll give you about a 1-inch flame right there. And we're going to go ahead and get it lit. And we can adjust it if we need to. I'll show you here. You just take your pliers and grab the end of the wick. If the flame's too small, then just pull up. You get a little bit larger flame. Alright, so there's the other 3. I'm going to do 4 of these bottles for the lantern. It'll hold 4 bottles. So I'll have all these filled up, and when I get my UCO lantern, I'll put all 4 of those in there. So here I am burning. They've been burning for 2 hours. Here's a shot burning for 3 hours. It's right there. There's 5 hours. That's 6 hours. There's a shot at 8 hours. Still going strong.
Stagey?
That's about 9 hours right there. Just a little over 9 hours. Just right, real low. And here we are, late at night. That's about 10 hours, 10 and a half hours. Getting right down to the bottom here. just barely any oil. You can see the wick, the flames going down. Right here was about 10.5, almost 11 hours. All right, so I let this little guy go pretty much all afternoon and into the night last night. Burned until about 11:30 last night is when I ended up just blowing it out. It was just about, the oil was just about all burned up. The flame was only about 1/4 of an inch tall, so I know it was right at the end of its life for the night. But yeah, ended up getting about 10.5 hours out of this one little oil candle. And I filled up with the lantern oil. I filled it up to the shoulder here, just right about the middle of the shoulder on this little 1.7 ounce bottle. And that's, I think 10.5 hours is a really good burn time for something like this. So the next step is I'm gonna put 4 of these together and my UCO candle lantern, the candelier, and see how that burns, and also what kind of heat it gives off, and might possibly swap out the buddy heater in the camper for the candelier, just because we've been having some condensation issues with the buddy heater. So having these burn is a drier heat. It won't create condensation. It actually helps burn off some condensation, so help to alleviate that problem. And we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for that test. Next, I'll get the candelier all set up, and the rest of these oil candles built with the 1.7 ounce bottles, and get them filled up and let it burn. All right, so I'm just sitting here trying to do some quick math, figure out how much it costs to burn one of these for that 10.5 hour burn time. I filled this bottle all the way up to the shoulder, which was about 1.2 ounces of oil. So to fill up one bottle, it's about 40 cents. So when I end up running all 4 of these together in my candelier, that UCO oil lantern, I'll be burning about $1.60 worth of oil. And this little 18 ounce container was about $6, a little less than $6 for this. So that's a pretty good economical way to get light and heat in your home or in a camper. Again, just like with anything, make sure you've got good ventilation. I always keep a window cracked when I'm running my buddy heater anyway. And I do have a CO detector, and if you've got good ventilation, you don't have to worry about any asphyxiation problems or concerns. Just be smart about it. Keep your camper ventilated. Keep a window cracked. Keep your roof vent cracked if you want. Just slightly, just so you're not letting a bunch of heat out of the roof vent, but just so you're getting a little bit of ventilation. So anyway, we're going to do our tests on the candelier next, and stay tuned for that.